For today's quick flow, you're going to need a magic circle. If you don't have a magic circle, or if you can't use one, you could use a small fitness ball, not filled too tightly with air, or you could go through the motions with no prop. So you can do this with nothing. Okay, you'll just want to pretend that you have the magic circle. Lay down on your back with your magic circle. Begin to rise your arms high above the shoulders, then back parallel. Reach high on an exhale. Inhale to stack back over. Connect to the joints of your shoulder. Maintain a neutral spine. Try to engage the core. Begin to lower those arms below the shoulders toward your pelvis or thighs. Right back over the shoulders. To progress, begin adding a chest lift, lifting the head, neck, and chest as if you had an imaginary orange under your chin. Pull those ribs towards your hips and release. On your exhale, squeeze that rib cage tight together. Hold and pulse that chest up 1 inch, down 1 inch, not rushing through the movement, still pulling those ribs tight together and not holding the breath. Progressing to rotation. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, down, center. Exhale, chest lift and rotate. Inhale to come back center. Each time, you want to make sure you inhale to come back center. Don't skip that part. Imagine pulling opposite rib toward opposite hip bone, maybe even getting both shoulders off the mat. Next, we're going to place the magic circle between the inner thighs. Exhale to squeeze, inhale to release. Every time you squeeze the magic circle and every time you exhale, you're causing a pelvic floor lift, activating your pelvic floor. These things go together very well and they're both very important. Pulse that circle when you're ready. Squeeze and breathe. Next up, we'll be laying on our hip with the magic circle between the inner thighs, pulsing, again, just like we were before, primarily with the top thigh, stabilizing through the bottom. Option to extend that top leg and continue that pulse. You may have to pause the video for the next setup, but the circle comes underneath your bottom ankle. In the top foot, you can place either the calf or the inner thigh, wherever it lays, on top of the circle and press down through those inner thighs. We then will take the foot on the inside of the circle. That leg is straight and I pulse up into the circle, still squeezing the glute from behind. Next, I find that tabletop position with that magic circle on both thighs and both fingertips or hands on the opposite side. Exhale, lift into that chest lift. Again, maintaining an orange space under that chin. Placing the right forearm on the magic circle, open your chest to the left and pulse your chest to the left. Switch sides. I now have my right foot in the magic circle, right hand holding. Left hand is supporting my head as I pulse up with my left leg at a hover. Keep pulsing and engage that core. Left hand grabs the circle, right fingertips behind the ear, opening the chest to the right for your pulse here. Continue. Switch sides. Left leg straight in circle, left arm holds, right leg hovers, right fingertips behind the ear. And I confused myself, but here I got it. Right on, left in, and pulse your chest to the left. Coming onto your opposite hip this time, let's repeat the same sequence from earlier on the other side. Finishing this side, next up, we'll come to a seated position, holding the magic circle in our hands. Working in a side bend, hold that circle in a seated position, dipping your elbows side, center side. Exhale to bend, inhale center. Movement stays above your hips. And that rotation. Exhale, rotate, inhale center. You don't have to rotate far. Don't go further than your neck can go. Moving on to small bicep curls. I have one handle on my clavicle. The other handle has my hand. I flex my bicep. I relax my shoulder. Pulse and squeeze like I'm flexing my biceps. Next up, we simply switch sides. Watch your posture. Sitting with straight legs, take the magic circle on the toes with your hands on the other. Begin to hollow round the spine, pulling your ribs and hips together. Inhale, lift up the chest, stack the spine. Exhale, hollow and round. Rotate that left hand to the left, lift up your chest, and hold that twisted spine position. Center and switch, lift up the chest as you do this stretch. And center. So the magic circle is a great tool for working your hips and your pelvic floor, but it does do so much more. Just a reminder, there's multiple sizes of magic circles. So if you went through this workout with a magic circle and you found yourself constantly straining through the muscles of the hip or anywhere else, you could potentially get a smaller circle and see if that feels better for you.